Can you handle the insanity? March Madness is underway. College athletes are competing in the NCAA Division I men's basketball tournament in hopes of being crowned national champions. Just 16 teams remain, with Sweet 16 games set to begin on Thursday night. Read on for a look at the schedule from the National Collegiate Athletic Association, and what to expect over the next few weeks. What are some important dates? Dozens of men's college basketball teams will compete in March Madness. Kim Clement, USA Today Sports. March 11th Selection Sunday, the day the Division I Men's Basketball Committee officially announces which 68 teams qualified for the NCAA tournament. Kicked off, 36 teams are chosen to fill at-large berths to compete by the committee, which ranks all 68 teams and brackets them, the NCAA says. The other 32 teams are conference tournament champions who get automatic spots to play. The March Madness selection show revealed which teams got at-large spots. They include the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Arizona State Sun Devils, the Arkansas Razorbacks, the Auburn Tigers, the Butler Bulldogs, the Clemson Tigers, the Creighton Blue Jays, the Duke Blue Devils, the Florida Gators and the Florida State Seminoles, the Houston Cougars, the Kansas State Wildcats, the Miami Hurricanes, the Michigan State Spartans, the Missouri Tigers, the NC State Wolfpack, the Nevada Wolfpack, the North Carolina Tar Heels, the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Oklahoma Sooners also all received at-large bids. The Providence Friars, the Purdue Boilermakers, the Rhode Island Rams, the Seton Hall Pirates, the St. Bonaventure Bonnies, the Syracuse Orange, the TCU Horned Frogs, the Tennessee Volunteers, the Texas Longhorns, the Texas A1 seed for this year's competition. March 13th and 14th, the last four at-large teams on the overall seed list, as well as teams seeded 65 through 68, compete in the first four games, according to the NCAA. Four winning teams advance to the first round of the tournament. On March 13th, the Radford Highlanders defeated the Lou Brooklyn Blackbirds, and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies beat the UCLA Bruins. The March 14th games included the Texas Southern Tigers beating the North Carolina Central State Eagles and the Syracuse Orange defeating the Arizona State Sun Devils. March 15th and 16th, 64 teams competed in first-round games in Boise, Charlotte, Dallas, Detroit, Nashville, Pittsburgh, San Diego and Wichita to advance to the next stage. On March 16th, the University of Maryland Baltimore County became the first No. 16 seed to beat a number 1 seed in the history of the NCAA men's basketball tournament, upsetting Virginia 74-54. March 17th and 18th, 32 teams battled it out in second-round games. In one of the March 18th games, the Texas March 22nd and March 23rd, the remaining teams will compete in the Sweet 16 round, which includes 8 regional semifinal games in Atlanta, Boston, Los Angeles and Omaha. The Duke Blue Devils, the Clemson Tigers, the Florida State Seminoles, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, the Kansas Jayhawks, the Kansas State Wildcats, the Kentucky Wildcats and the Loyola Ramblers have all reached this stage. The Michigan Wolverines, the Nevada Wolfpack, the Purdue Boilermakers, the Texas The four winning teams will head to the next stage. March 31st, the Final Four round consists of 2 games in San Antonio. April 2nd, the remaining 2 teams will duke it out in San Antonio for the national title. Which teams received automatic bids to compete? 32 teams won conference tournaments, making them automatic qualifiers. Those include the Arizona Wildcats, the Bucknell Bison, the Buffalo Bulls, the Cal State Fullerton Titans, the Charleston Cougars, the Cincinnati Bearcats, the Davidson Wildcats, the Georgia State Panthers, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, the Iona Gales, the Kansas Jayhawks and the Kentucky Wildcats, the Lipscomb Bisons, the Lou Brooklyn Blackbirds, the Loyola Ramblers, the Marshall Thundering Herd, the Michigan Wolverines, the Montana Grizzlies, the Murray State Racers, the North Carolina Central Eagles, the New Mexico State Aggies and the Penn Quakers also received automatic bids. The Radford Highlanders, the San Diego State Aztecs, the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks, the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, the Texas Southern Tigers, the UMBC Retrievers, the UNC Greensboro Spartans, the Villanova Wildcats, the Virginia Cavaliers and the Wright State Raiders garnered automatic bids. 2. How can I watch March Madness games? North Carolina clinched its 6th national title in basketball in 2017. This year, the team was knocked out during the second round of the tournament, losing to Texas Bob Donnan, USA Today Sports. The NCAA says that the national semifinals will air on TBS at 6:09 p.m. ET and 8:49 p.m. Eastern Time on March 31st. The national championship is set to take place April 2nd on TBS at 9:20 p.m. ET. Other information for March Madness games can be found here. Fans who want to see the action in person can also purchase game tickets online. Fox News' Samuel Chamberlain and the Associated Press contributed to this report.